That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this podcast forever, and this is the worst damn podcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Well. What do we have here? It is I, Christopher Bob Steele, the winner of G.W.R's first ever promo battle. I knocked down 7 other competitors, finally ending with a guy from Southern Indiana that calls himself Chuck Sexton. Chuck, you didn't stand a chance. The moment you opened your mouth, I and all the fans knew who was gonna reign supreme and stand atop the shit-talking mountain. Enough about that. I would like to introduce the members of the award-winning Gonzo'S Wrestling Room. First off, you have the man behind the madness, Christopher Gonzo Gonzalez. His papa, the man who made Gonzo, Tony Gonzalez. The man who's been to more pro wrestling shows in the state of Indiana than you ever dreamed of. Marcus, the mastermind Fine, and his beautiful wife, Kelly, oh, so fine. So be sure, wait, there's another guy? Oh, yeah, I don't know how I missed the fat guy with the straight build hat and the stupid shirt. The guy who says he's the ratings draw. Fat boy, Warren Misery. Yeah, he's part of the show. So hey, be sure to check us out every Monday at 6:30ish as we talk about the goings-on in all of the state of Indiana's professional wrestling. And pro wrestlers, if you guys think you have what it takes to stand atop the mountain as the greatest shit talker in all of Indiana, send your promos to Gonzo's Wrestling Room in care of Christopher Gonzalez. Thank you and have a good night.
What the hell is going on here? There we go. Welcome to G.W.R. Thanks for the great promo by Christopher Bob Steele, our G.W.R. promo champion. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez, Marcus Fine, and Warren Misery. Having a little technical difficulties tonight. How's it going, guys?
Well, good. Guys, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say that, I think Bob Steele deserves, just this massive shout out for the kind of individual that he is. I mean, we all know right now times are hard, times are tough. We're struggling to pay our bills and to get groceries and everything else. And Bob Steele is kind enough to let me, Warren Misery, live rent free in his head.
Hey guys, I had this thought we hadn't really talked about. We'll see what you guys think. I think that we should play that. We should do our normal opener, like the one that we've had for a while. But I think we should play that before every show, and then until somebody beats Bob, and then that person would take that spot. They would do a promo if anybody is capable of beating Bob. I don't know if they are. I think Bob's going to be hard to beat. I think he's that damn good. But if he was, then they would take the mantle and they would cut the promo to open the show. What do you guys think?
I'm fine with that.
Works for me.
Yeah, I thought it was an outstanding opening. Matter of fact, I think Chris, is Bob standing by?
Yes, he is.
Okay, we're going to bring Bob Steele in as a special guest. He's going to be a special guest with the show all day today, all night tonight, or however long we're on. Bob, congratulations and thank you, first of all, for being a part of the contest, and congratulations on you winning it. We really appreciate you being involved with this.
Hey, gentlemen, I appreciate it, man. As always, I love to hear myself speak. I always have since I was a little kid. So here's a funny story to start off the show. The first time that Troy Miller, we were a member of the exchange, the first time that Troy Miller handed me the microphone and said, "What do you think about that, Bob?" It was right then. It was either sink or swim. And I like to think that I've been swimming ever since. And Chris, Tony, Marcus, Kelly, and yeah, Warren, guys, I'm humbled. It's all in fun and games. I don't mean anything mean by it. It's all in fun. Buck Sexton, fantastic competitor. The dude has a mouth on him. Unfortunately, last week he didn't want to show up because people don't like to lose graciously sometimes. It's part of wrestling. You lose. I've been a bad guy most of my career, so I spent a lot of time looking at them lights. That's just how it is, boys. It's just life.
Well, again, we appreciate all 8 competitors that was involved. And again, we're looking for more competitors to try to come and knock Bob off the mountain. So if you want to do a promo, do it on Gonzo's Wrestling Room, 90 seconds or less. And once we get 3 or 4 together, we'll play them and we'll have people vote on them. And then that person will go up against Bob and see if they can knock him off the mountain. That's going to be a big chore because Bob's outstanding. And he did mention Buck Sexton. Promo Buck did was outstanding too, so I'm not taking anything away from him. I thought it was very good. I thought both guys did a fantastic job. Bob, we appreciate you being a guest with us today on this on the show.
I appreciate you guys having me.
And
this is awesome.
We're kind of naming part of the show "Story Time with Bob." So if you got a couple stories for us, we would appreciate it.
I got a lot of stories, guys. I've been in and around the business for almost 28 years. I love this stuff, man. One of my fondest memories of all time was meeting George the Animal Steele. And I got to wrestling. And the guy was one of the nicest guys in the back, man. Just cool, collected, very intelligent. You wouldn't think that. George the Animal Steele, yeah, mine. He was a nutcase. He was an animal. During this match, he's just shoving my face into this turnbuckle and he's telling me, eat. And I'm trying with everything I get, man. I'm hurting my fingers trying to rip into this turnbuckle. And I had no way to rip it open. The ref's on him. CJ Washington was the ref. I think he goes by something a little different now. He's still repping on the indie scene. I see him around Fort Wayne. But the ref was on him, just telling him, George, you can't eat the turnbuckle, man. You're not allowed to do that. So we go through the match, and I ended up losing to George the Animal Steele. We go to the back, and I'm sitting in the back trying to get my breath. And the ref's back there, checks on me, everything's good. And then next thing you know, George comes around the corner, and he freaking grabs CJ and slams him against the wall. And he says, you son of a bitch. I've been everywhere around the world, and I've eaten turnbuckles. That's my life. That's my livelihood. Who the hell are you, you little peon, to take that away from me? CJ's about ready to shit on himself. He's scared. He's just scared, man. You can see the fear in his eyes. The whole locker room's scared. What the hell's going on, man? Why didn't you let George eat the turnbuckle, CJ? What's going on here? Well, all of a sudden, George just turns around, looks at everybody. He's pissed. And then a shit-eating grin just comes across his face. He smacks that kid, that referee on his back and says, I'm just messing with the kid, and walks away. Man, he had the whole locker room ready to Yeah, we didn't know, man. What are we going to do? He's a legend. You're not going to get in the way. He's going to beat the ref's ass. We're going to let the ref get his ass beat. So that was a good time. I had the opportunity. I worked for Jason Maples in the Extreme Wrestling Federation for a lot of years. And with Jason being my stepdad, I got to work a lot of the names that come through. Uh, I was managed by Captain Lou Albano once. Um, I don't know if you guys remember the Nitro Girls. Of course you do. But Terry Byrne, Fire, she managed me one time. So I got to experience a lot of the cool stuff. We did a show in Florida, and King Kong Bundy calls my hotel room and he says, "Chris, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm not doing anything." He goes, "Well, Bundy's hungry." I said, "Okay, let me go get the keys." So I went and got the keys from Jay. He goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "Man, Bundy's hungry, so I'm going to go take him to get something to eat." So I'm driving around Florida. He goes, "Well, what are you hungry for?" I said, "Man, I'm not really hungry." He said, "Well, you're going to eat because Bundy's going to buy you something to eat." Son of a bitch, if Bundy didn't take me to Wendy's and buy me a bacon double cheeseburger. I'll never forget it, man. Never forget it. I got to do a lot of cool stuff because of pro wrestling, man. Stuff that people only dream of. I've been in the ring with Doink the Clown, Jake the Snake Roberts. Um, Jake was depressing, to be honest. Um, I lost a lot of respect for Jake Roberts that night. That I got to share the ring with him. He was hammered. He was smoking crack. He was on all kinds of drugs and shit. And I lost a lot of respect for him. And then I saw what he was able to do with Dallas Page, or what Dallas Page was able to do with Jake the Snake Roberts. And I cried watching it, man. Just watching a man get his life back together. And that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life, man. It's all about my family. I mean, wrestling is great. I love it. But I'm in a tag team with my nephew, and we're called FOE, Family Over Everything. And I think that's just a little bit of a hint to both of us to remind us wrestling's great, but it doesn't pay the bills for neither one of us. We'd like for it to. It just hasn't worked out that way. I'm almost 50 years old. Dakota's got a bright future in this business, but we don't know. It may never ever pay the bills for us. Um, so FOE, family over everything. I mean, if I have to miss a show or miss a booking because of my family or my son playing football, then that's so be it.
Bob, I have a real quick question, if you don't mind. You're
Yes, sir.
talking
Go
about
ahead.
Jake Roberts. What do you remember where that show was? Was that you wrestled him when you got to work him?
At the Raintree Plaza in the old movie theater.
You want the date?
I do not remember.
April
Marcus
14th,
knows the date.
April 14th, 01.
There you
The
go,
reason I was
Chris.
asking him because he worked for Maples a lot. Well, when Maples was running shows here in Muncie at the Ross Center, we had Jake Roberts on one of them shows, and I got to sit out front of the community center for I don't know at least an hour, just sitting out there smoking a cigarette, just bullshitting with Jake for about an hour at that show. And I was wondering if it might have been maybe the same show since it was also a EWF since it was an EWF show, but no, this one was also in Muncie.
No, this one was at Raintree. I don't know. Old movie theater. So it was a fourplex, two on each side, and we had one theater, and we ripped out the bottom, put the ring in there, and we were set up in front of the screen. But we had our locker room was the entire upstairs projection room. So we could watch the show from upstairs through the little hole. There was no projectors or anything up there anymore. But that was our entire locker room. And Jake just sat there, man, had his bottle of vodka and his beer, smoking cigarette after cigarette, and had the entire locker room, I mean, just captivated, just listening to the man speak. Um, and that's what he did to the fans. He did to the fans exactly what he did to the boys in the back. We were all just huddled around him, just listening to him speak. If you remember, Jake's promos weren't real in your face, yelling, screaming. Very calm, precise. He speaks. So the last couple that I've done, I've tried to really kind of go that way. I mean, you don't have to scream to get your point across. You kind of got to treat the fans like they're dummies. I don't think fans are dummies, but you got to be simple when you're speaking. You got to be real precise in what you're saying. Get your point across fast. I'm a rambler. I'll do it all night if you guys let me. I will ramble all freaking night about nothing, and I'll say the same shit 28 times. I apologize, but I love to hear myself talk, man. I have a lot of stories. I've been around the business for a lot of years, and I feel like I got a lot of knowledge to give young cats coming up, which is why I started working so closely with AACW. They got a lot of young guys, a young roster, and I'd like to see them all succeed. I'd like to pass on some shit that I learned to these guys that I feel is getting lost. The art of storytelling is getting lost for athleticism. Athleticism's great, it has a place. But don't forget to tell your stories either.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And that was one of the things that was different back in the day. Is that we had a lot of good talkers, but one of the reasons we did because their job was to talk them people into the arena. I mean, if you watched NWA back on TBS, I mean that was their job. That's the whole show was based on talking people into Marietta, Georgia, or wherever their next show was, or the next 4 or 5 shows was. I mean, that's what Dusty's job was. That what Jake was job was. Tommy Rich. I mean, let me ask you guys, where would you guys rank Jake Snake Roberts, promo guy wise? I say he's top 10. What do you guys think?
Well, I'll put him in the top 5.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, but I thought these guys might think
Jake
that's
just Jake could captivate an audience like nobody else, and not, without yelling, without screaming. You wanted to hear what he said, slow, very slow when he spoke, calm. It just top 5, top 5.
It fit funky as a snake. It was cold. There was
Yes.
there was a sinister feel with like at any time and he kept calm, but knowing at any time he could strike. And it was just it really blended in with the snake persona that it was completely different from the Hogan preaching and the Warrior going nutso and you got here comes
Even Dusty's promo fit his character, the flamboyant working class man. That was Dusty. He was that working class guy who was just a little bit flamboyant. Yeah, not everybody was going to have all the fun. Dusty was going to have some fun too, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He's another one, top 5.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Marcus,
Hogan's low. He was good, but he's low.
Yeah. Marcus, what do you think Jake Roberts would fit in the
Well, I
top,
know it's
top
top 10.
5?
I have to think about it, but you got Flair, Dusty, Jake was right up there. Yeah, I agree.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I would definitely have him in the top 5. I mean,
Maybe.
that was the whole reason as a kid that I became a fan of him was because of his talking.
He just when he would speak, the crowd shut up and you would listen.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, but with him, you had to really shut up and listen. Because like Warren said, he was so calm and so like a snake, man. He slithered that promo out there and it got under your skin and man, you get cold chills a lot of the times.
even like how he started his body language, he'd always have a sigh, and then he would slow, just all of his it was just like it was, and he would just the finger and just the way, and you're just like, it just, yeah. I mean, it was absolute precision with how you do it.
Do you guys think? You guys think he was the greatest? Do you guys think he was the greatest heel? The greatest heel promo, or would you guys give that to maybe Piper or somebody else?
Man, it was so good. It was so good. Calm, not all in your face. It really good. I could listen to Jake Hill all day because all of it was Hill, but you didn't. He made you look at him as a man. So Hogan was always bigger than life. Warrior babbled about bullshit. And it didn't make any sense. But you believed whatever he was saying, which was a lot of nothing. Hogan was the same way, all in your face. Laid back, cool. No. Yeah, Jake, definitely probably top 3 Hills.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody better than him, actually.
Yeah, the only one I thought maybe Piper, but them two were very different. Piper and
2 different levels.
Very different.
Yeah, Piper's a lunatic.
Piper pushed an envelope. Piper pushed an envelope that you'd never thought.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Piper was cut the type of promo that would get you where it hurt. Think about like some of his later stuff when he was coming in doing it with Dean Ambrose. The way that stuff was, it was classic Piper. I mean, but he would make you think about what he was telling you or your actions, why he's speaking to you that way.
Okay, I was going to say, Bob, if you got one more story for us, we'd appreciate one more story, and then we'll move on to some other stuff.
Let's see. I'm on a good one here. Trying to think of some of the guys I've been. I had the opportunity to. It's not really a crazy story. It's just talking about one of the guys. I was a big ECW fan. When EWF started running our weekly events, ECW wasn't. You couldn't see it anywhere. ECW was underground. We were watching bootleg tapes from 2 and 3 years ago, just trying to get our ECW mix. And I kind of was hoping that we could turn EWF and Marion. That was going to be our ECW. So we took a lot of their stuff and we were running, our EWF branding was kind of ECW because nobody saw it. This was before the internet and all those days. And I really liked Shane Douglas. The franchise was always one of my favorite guys, always. And I did a show for Hank Calhoun in Van Buren, and he had the franchise book. And he treated everybody who was there like we were his equals. I mean, when you guys meet somebody famous, you get goosebumps, you get a little excited. When you meet somebody that you share the ring with, and he's taken an actual, and he's watching every match. He's giving guys pointers as they come back. Shane Douglas was a class act, just a great dude. I sat and bullshitted with that dude for an hour and a half. And then they're like, Bob, I worked Justin that show. Justin. Anarchy. What the hell do they call? He called himself Marcus. You know what I'm talking about?
Justin Danger.
Justin Danger. Yeah, he changes his name 8 days. The best he ever was Anarchy. Justin, you hear that? You son of a bitch. Anarchy was your best days. Justin Danger's a punk. But I wrestled Justin that show, and we had no time to get anything planned out. And me and Justin just went out and did our thing. We've known each other for our whole lives, basically. And they're like, "Hey, Bob, it's time to go." And I'm like, "Well, shit, Shane, I'll talk to you later." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna come watch that." And he was just a cool guy, man. He Shane Douglas, class act, treated everybody with the utmost respect. Great guy. Yeah, I can't say enough good shit about him. Meeting one of my idols though, ECW was big shit, and I try to model myself after. Well, because people didn't see that, you know what I mean? That style of wrestling, that extreme wrestling, was something that people were not used to in the Midwest. So we were trying to bring it to them.
Okay, guys.
But, Shane Douglas, class act for sure.
Hey, guys, we're going to move on to the Marcus Fine Wrestling Report.
All right. I got a ton to cover. It was a good weekend, but we got some business we got to take care of. On our prayer requests, continue to pray for Wiley. Wiley is really struggling right now as he, lost his wife probably right at a month now. So continue to be with Wiley. There will be a memorial show. I'm not sure if he wants that out there yet, when it is, but there will be one. So I will keep you up to date when that will be. And then Kelly got a text earlier this afternoon that Will Asher was in an accident on the way home from the Dub last night. They were in the hospital because his wife is pregnant, and they were monitoring her and Mama, but they are okay. Kelly just sent me a thing that they are now home. Both daughters, he has a 6-year-old daughter. She lost a tooth. He has a baby daughter that was just born here within the last year. They are fine. And there was a rookie with them. His name's Dalton. He's training with Joey right now. And I guess he cracked his head on the windshield, but he's okay as well. So everything is good at this point, but just pray for them. I guess it was pretty scary as it would see. I just seen pictures of their car. So, and she's got big gashes and stuff. So just pray for her. Again, she is pregnant. So,
Yep.
Okay, I got a slew of birthdays. All right, here we go. Spider Murphy's birthday. He wrestles at JICW and down south. His birthday's today. Joey's daughter Alexis' birthday is today. Andrea Prophet, she used to ring announce for WCWO 5 or 6 years ago. Her birthday's today. Wendy Ferguson, she works with the Micros, but she's not a wrestler. She is a comedian. But they used to split shows where she would do a comedian show and then they do a micro show, or probably the other way around, because she's very adult-oriented stand-up. So I'm sure they did have it before the show. It was probably after. Kurt Busey's birthday's on Wednesday. Jason McGraw's birthday's on Wednesday. Ashton Adonis's birthday's on Thursday. Brandon Wolf, his birthday's on Thursday. He's a guy from down in Kentucky that I've become friends with. Dominic Powers, he used to be a manager for JICW. His birthday's on Thursday. Josiah Glenn, he ring announced for WPW this last show. His birthday was, I don't know when it is, sometime Thursday or Friday. I didn't write that down. Billy Rock's birthday's on Friday. Jerry Wilson, I'm thinking it's the promoter down south. It might be Brutus Dillon. It's one of them too. I didn't look into it. I should have. But anyway, his birthday's on Friday. Steve Hetrick's birthday's on Saturday. Dylan Bostic's birthday's on Saturday. And Logan Myers' birthday's on Sunday. So happy birthday to everybody. If we missed you, happy birthday. Chris, I need you to make me big because I obtained a new shirt over the weekend. This is fresh off the presses. I think I'm the first one to get one. The brand new War Ready Maliko shirts are now available.
I like it.
These are $25. They will be anywhere that War Ready Maliko is on location. You get them at the Dub or wherever he's at. And these just came out. So I'm thinking I was the first one to get one. So, yeah, very snazzy looking shirt. So, okay. Now I got tons of results. I'm going to do the shows I was not at first because I got a lot of my own stories to be telling from the weekend. So, okay, thanks to Steve Butler. He was at White River Wrestling at the ProNet Sports in Fishers, Indiana on Friday. Jack Vaughn pinned Lord Crew. Ashton Adonis pinned Savio Leone. American Punk pinned Vlad Tempest. They put Carter Kaufman and Elijah Arrows defeated Cameron Avery and Jake Bailey, and he thought the crowd was going to riot when they lost. He said Bailey has the largest support system he's ever seen. Book Hemingway pinned the debuting J.J. Frost. Aaron Williams defeated Ace Perry and B-Boy, triple threat. That was his match of the night. Leela Feast pinned Blair Onyx. And Dalton McKenzie defeated Jake Omen. He is the new WRW champion. And he said the crowd about lost their shit. They did about riot that day. So next show for them is February 6th. Then my good buddy Wes Ryan, of course, was running sound and everything at the Dub on Friday. Maliko defeated CJ Cyclone. The way he writes these. Okay, the James Gang defeated Cameron Saturn and Tanner Saturn. Max Sterling and Brody Watkins defeated Billy Palmer and Troy Valentine. David Light pinned the Waterboy. Zach Nova defeated Jordan Davis. Oso Pierce defeated Scorpion and Pogo when Zay Gates returned. And the match between Two Loud Strays versus Rampage ended in a no contest because Slaughterhouse interfered. And then Mike Noble versus Mark Magnus. Mark Magnus defeated him, and that was a straitjacket match. So, okay, now you're ready. Are you ready? Kelly and I hit 3 big shows. Now we got stories. Micro Wrestling Federation. My good buddies was in Lafayette, Indiana, Friday night. All right, Chris and Tony, I didn't know this was ever going to happen in the same year, but Kelly and I was in our largest wrestling crowd this year. Now, what's that tell you?
Okay, yeah, it had to be big.
Over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. And the thing was weird was me and Kelly, of course,
Let's say it had to be over 1,000.
Yeah, there's over 1,000. And Kelly and I was the first ones there, first ones in the door. And of course, 6:30 doors open, bell time 8, and we're sitting there. And I was like, okay, now we got 10, we got 15. But I knew the first 3-year-olds were filled up, were sold out. But hell, by the time the bell rang, it was people were bringing they even sold tickets as bring your own chairs. There's people all around the outside, either standing up or sitting in camping chairs. So
there's a lot more people than was at the wrestling show last time we went to Lafayette.
It was in the same. It wasn't in that building. It was at the fairgrounds. But when we drove between the buildings to drive around to the back to drive into the building, when we did that, it was the building to the left.
Okay.
So I thought now surely they didn't buy that arena, but they bought one of the. They show pigs and stuff through the fair. But very nice building. Okay, I'll run these down and I'll tell you my stories. Rufio defeated Chief Littlefoot. Ben Urkel defeated Micro Suave. Little Miss defeated the Carolina Reaper. Jamaica Joe defeated Flying Ryan. He became the new No, he didn't. He became the new Micro Wrestling Champion. And then Jamaica Joe and Chief Littlefoot defeated Rufio and Flying Ryan.
The Micros have some of the coolest names.
Don't they? Now, I don't know if you know this, Bob, but Drew Skills now works with the Micros.
Oh, my goodness.
He's been with them for 6 months. He is their driver and I say bodyguard bouncer, and I'll tell you why I say that, but he's a security guy. And so we're sitting out front because we were sitting there, and we knew they were going to open at 6:30 because another guy went in there and asked him. So we're sitting there, and he pulls up in the micro van and gets out. Kelly says, "Hey, Drew." And I said, "What is Drew?" He did a nice run. But anyhow. So we go in. He goes, "Yeah, I should have known you guys be the first ones in here." So, well, you know it. So anyhow, a few of them knew. Well, this group didn't know us. There's only a couple of them that knew us. Chief Littlefoot, Little Miss, and the owner, Jack, was there this time. So Little Miss come over and talk to us. Well, by the end of the night, they all knew who he was. Because when we went to do the pictures, Jamaica Joe come up. He says, did you guys enjoy the show? I said, yeah. He said, would you come back? Well, he didn't know. He knew we went everywhere. He didn't know we were also big supporters of the micros. So, and we said, well, yeah, this was show number 80 for the year. And he just about flipped. I said, well, 2 years ago we did 100. So, anyhow, okay, so we're going to talk about Drew. And now I understand why they have to have full grown, not to take away from the micros, but I could see where this could be an issue. And Friday proved it. You need to have a full grown adult driving. You need to have 2 because the first 3 rows were reserved. Everything in the 4th row back was general admission. Well, these kids tried to weasel their way up standing between the aisles. And they said, no, if you have general admission, you need to be 4th row or back. And they kept trying it. And Drew told them, back up. Jack, which is the owner, back up. They announced it. Back up. At intermission, 2 of the little bastards decided, hey, we're going to storm the ring. So Kelly goes, uh-oh. And I'm like, what? Well, one's in the ring and the other one's coming. And Jack's grabbing a hold of his leg and says, get the fuck out of the ring. I mean, it got pretty heated. Oh, here come Drew. Grabbed the whole them little bastards and threw them out the back door. And I told Kelly, I said, now I understand because if the micros had to take care of that, then you're going to have all these YouTubers wanting to say, hey, I was in the ring with the micros and they were beating me up and all this. You need to have the bigger guys to do your bouncing work. But Drew didn't take no shit from them kids. And they threw them out and everybody's cheering because they were nothing but troublemakers. But
Drew's a legit shooter. He's somebody that I wouldn't want to shoot with if it come down to. Not at all.
It was damn awesome, I'll tell you. But the show is fantastic, always. They always do good work. Now we are friends with this group of micros as well, along with the ones that already knew who he was. They have mad respect for us for what we do. So, and I assume they didn't come back to Kokomo because the last show was in Kokomo. They only drew 40. Lafayette drew 1,000. I guarantee they will be back in Lafayette within 6 months. So
Drew done commentary with us one night at the Dub.
Yeah, sure did.
Wow,
for a show.
But yeah, he sits ringside in his chair. He looks bored out of his mind, but Little Miss told us they've been on the road for 10 weeks. Show every night for 10 weeks. No, they're probably exhausted. So, but yeah, they did fantastic. Okay, then I got to tell you another story because one of the guys
Marcus, is that the same group that you go watch in Pigeon Forge?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's the only micros we will support. So,
you support me, don't you?
Hey, you know, Tony, you can get a job at the micros. You classify. You are right at 5 foot.
Yeah,
you could go work for the micros.
You're giving him a little bit, saying he's right at 5 foot. You're giving him a little extra.
Hey,
you and Drew could go be road buddies and give us all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
But so there's this guy that attends one of the other promotions in Lafayette, and we'll leave it at that. And here's the experience I had with this guy once before. We was at a show, and Jordan James was selling these T-shirts. So that kind of tells you what show we're talking. You guys might have even been there. I don't know. Well, Jordan James come over and said, hey, Marcus Fine even has one of these shirts, so everybody needs to have one of these shirts. Well, then this guy walks over and goes, why would you pay $25 for one of these shirts? I get one of these. I get these for $5 at Walmart. I said, dude, I don't have those are gimmick shirts. I don't have Jordan James on it. That's a freaking Fruit of the Loom shirt. He said, well, I ain't paying $25. Well, he showed up at the door waiting while we're waiting to get in. He goes, you know these guys train with Hornswoggle, right? And I go, no, they don't. He said, yeah, they do. I go, no, they don't. I says, they train with Cody Hawk down at the Pigeon Forge. He says, well, I know that. So, well, evidently you fucking don't know that. You would just give us the damn tour. So on our way out the door, he gets a hold of Kelly because I'm still talking to Jamaica Joe and little Chief Littlefoot because we knew each other. He told Kelly, he said, yeah, I'm glad I only paid $25 to get here. This was terrible. He says, you know, half the crew didn't show up. He says, we're supposed to have 8 matches tonight. And I'm thinking, no, you fucking wasn't. He says, we got 5. They only normally do 4. And we got a 5th one. They all travel together. That's what the big van out back is. They literally take the whole thing with them. There was no extra guys. You wasn't supposed to get 8 matches. And it's like, dude, quit acting like you fucking know. You're talking to the wrong one when it comes to these guys. Because I know it. I know them all now. So anyhow, that's the stories you get. I've run across wrestling fans that, I know Jerry Lawler. That's how I got front row at SmackDown. Well, thank you did not. Because Jerry Lawler's not been, he's been in the hospital for like 6 months. So, but anyhow, that's our stories there. Ready for the next one? We got stories for the whole weekend. Okay, so now Kelly and I. Okay, so is it Wrestling Theology Harvest Havoc in Fortville, Indiana on Saturday? Brody Botkins defeated Hank Calhoun. Chuckles the Clown and Levi Blacksmoke defeated the WTF Tag Team Champions White Winged Doves with Mortimer. But they didn't win the titles because Mortimer said if you're not an established tag team, then you can't win the titles, and they was not. I'll go back and tell the story here in a minute. Chris Owens defeated Brody Botkins. Brody was substituting for Adam Rogers. So Chris Owens is now the number one contender for the WTW US title. No, he's not. Too many of these initials. WTF US title. Jared Kripke defeated Jeremy Hadley. Madison Payne defeated Jensen with Ajax. Juwan Thomas defeated Chet Ripley to retain the WTF US title. And Apollo Starr defeated J.D. Mariani with Nikki. He retained the Belt of Truth title. Okay, so Steve Butler, his match of the night was Kripke and Jeremy Hadley. My match of the night was Juwan Thomas and Chet Ripley. Kelly's match of the night was the tag team champions. Because when Chuckles come out, they told Mortimer, said, well, you come up with a opponent, and we'll put tag titles on the line. He picked Kelly. Chuckles picked Kelly. And Mortimer said, no. We're not going to, no. We've seen what she could do. We're not wrestling Kelly. So Kelly could have been a tag team champion on Saturday night, but whatever.
That would have been Dad's match of the night. He's a big Chuckles the Clown fan.
Yeah, I know he is. We talked about it one time earlier this year.
I'm a big Chuckles fan.
I will let you know I've somewhat been offered a commentary position with them if I want to take it. So I may do some commentary with their group. Maybe after the first of the year, I'm guessing.
Okay, here it goes. Just starting. We're about to lose Marcus.
You ain't gonna lose me. There was you were in the building. I commentate with you. We made that a deal somewhere else. Kind of hurt me, but we made that deal. Okay, Veteran Show. Before I get started, Kelly knows what you felt that night, Chris, when you were commentating Thunder or Blunder, because they had her set up at the back door.
Oh,
and last night was fucking cold.
Oh yeah.
And so I said, "There you go." The way Chris lost his, Tony's now a member of G.W.R, and he lost the other guy.
That's the last show he ever came to.
Yep. Never seen him again.
They earned $750. They made $750 last night.
Right.
Very good night. I got another story to tell here in a minute, but I'll get that here in a minute. Will Asher defeated Pogo. Lady Inferno defeated Brooklyn Ray. Jackson Morgan defeated Max Sterling. God, that was funny. Jackson chopped Mac. Mac chopped Jackson. Jackson says, hit me again. Max said, we're not doing that. Because they both could chop, so we're not doing that. Timmy Jackson and Andre Stray defeated Mike Noble and the WCW Gunslinger champion Maliko. He retained the tag titles. WCW territorial champion Zach Nova defeated Mark Magnus and Troy Valentine in a non-title triple threat match. Fiji Wildman defeated Vinny Vachetti with Prince Paradox. And since Vinny lost, he retired to Vinny Persona. And Joey Owens defeated Jordan James. He's the new WCW Veterans Champion. Okay, we relived the storyline. Here's the story. Back in 2005, I'd only known Vinny probably not even 6 months. And he had me do this setup where Wiley is doing Top Notch Wrestling, Indianapolis. Wiley was their security guard. And Wiley's literally sitting to the left of me in a chair. And the thing was, Vinny would come up, start shooting shit, and I would flash my camera in his eyes. and Wiley would grab him, throw him in the ring. Now that happened in 2005. We recreated that last night. Wiley sat there the entire night to the left of me. Vinny got down in my face, flashed the camera in his eyes. Wiley threw me back in the ring. So we recreated a storyline that we did 20 years ago.
Okay.
So it was a good weekend. Yeah, Mikey gave HVAF got $750. A lot of new people last night. And at first I was wondering, okay, it's going to be one of them shows where, okay, we're putting on a benefit, but they're not wrestling fans. So we're all like, okay, well, they're wrestling, but we're all just like,
really.
But they started picking up. And then they got pretty loud. So, all right, I think I'm done.
Okay.
I think I got all the points out of the way.
Sounds like a huge weekend. Okay, guys, I've got 5 rapid fire questions for all of us to answer. Of course, I have an advantage since I know what the questions are. But so I'll let all you guys go first. And if on the first one, if you don't have one for a couple of them, because some of you guys are a lot younger than me and Marcus, and probably Bob too, because Bob might have one.
I'm an old man.
So, but Warren and Chris, maybe not.
Let's say Warren's 50. He's not too far behind us.
Okay, well, yeah, so he might. I don't know when he really got into wrestling, so we'll see. This question is favorite wrestlers, and this is like per like decade, kind of like who's your favorite wrestler, or from the 70s, from the 80s, from the 90s. I went from 2000 to 2020, and is there somebody that you kind of like right now? Somebody been around for the last 5 years, or they could have been around, but in their heyday right now. If you guys want me to go first, of course, so it gives you time to think about it. I will. For me, for the 70s, mine was Dick the Bruiser. I mean, that's where I first got introduced to it, and so it was Dick the Bruiser for me. For the 80s, it was Dusty Rhodes and a close Roddy Piper right behind him. The 90s, Stone Cold and probably Shawn Michaels. For the 2000 to 2020, Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. And right now, for the last few years, Cody Rhodes. But then right now, the guy that I'm really liking right now that's got my attention is Dragunov. I'm really liking his energy and what he's bringing. Yeah. Well, I did before, but of course he got hurt. But I really like him right now. So that would be for me. Warren, you want to go next?
Yeah, I mean, hey, look who showed up. Oh, Justin Danger. All right.
All right.
The 70s, I mean, I was born in 75, so yeah, I don't have anyone. Now, I mean, the 80s, obviously back then, I mean, I was a Hulkamaniac. I mean, it was hard not to be. I mean, but nowadays, I look back at that decade, I'm more of a Piper type of guy because I appreciate what he did. Through the 90s, yeah, I mean, Stone Cold and a big Kevin Nash guy, mostly because he's from going through them, and then probably here in the 2000s, early on, I was a really big Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins guy when they came through as the Shield. I love that part going on, and then currently right now, I'm just a very big, huge mark for Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega.
All right. Chris. Is he there?
Who knows?
Okay, there we go.
All right. For me, 80s would have to be Hogan. For me, I was a real big Hogan fan when I was a kid, and I was born in 80. 90s, 80s and 90s would be Ric Flair, but then Stone Cold Steve Austin was definitely my favorite in the 90s. I mean, that's one reason my son is named Austin. And then I was a big Dean Ambrose fan in the early 2000s when the Shield first started. We got to see him wrestle on the Independents before. Actually, just a couple weeks before he made his WWE debut, we got to see him on the Independents.
Yes.
So I've always been a big fan of his. And another one from that era, around in the 2000s, has been Chris Jericho. I was a big Jericho guy back in the day.
Anybody standing out to you right now?
Dominic Mysterio is somebody right now that I really like to watch.
Okay. And Bob, what about you?
So I was born in the late 70s. In the 80s, I really loved Dusty Rhodes, and I really loved Nikita Koloff. The Russian Sickle was a badass, man. One of my favorites. 90s, you got to go with Stone Cold, The Rock, Chris Jericho, the Shit Talkers. And then even earlier 90s, Jake. 2000s, you could still go. Stone Cold was still putting it down. The Rock, Randy Orton. You can't leave Triple H out. Shawn Michaels, man, they've done the thing. Go back to the 80s real quick. LOD tag team. You couldn't mess with them. They're the best, 80s and 90s. The 2000s, the Hardy Boys. ECW fan, man. I real big on Tracy Smothers, Taz. Taz was my guy. The human suplex machine. Right now, Dominic Mysterio. I love what he's doing, and CM Punk. I love watching that old guy go out there, man. Because I know what he's feeling, right? When you walk out there, and he's doing it on a much bigger level than I am. Punk is. But I've watched him his whole career, and I think my wife finally gets it when I walk out that curtain. That feeling that I get, so I can relate to what Punk's going through. That old guy is out there doing the damn thing and loving every minute of it, and I'm loving watching him love it. So yeah, Punk right now.
Okay, Marcus.
All right. Well, the 70s, I didn't start watching until 82, but I did see a lot of stuff lately after that when VHS come out. So my 70s, I got a list of them. Of course, Bruiser, Bo Jr. No, it wasn't. Well, Bo Jr. as well, but more like the 80s. Bo Sr., Bobo Jr. See, I'm doing it again. Right? Bobo Brazil, the Bruiser, Moose Cholak. If you're going the big time, I like Billy Graham and Bob Backlund for the 70s. And then Hogan, or the 80s was, of course, Hulk Hogan, Bruiser Brody, Legion of Doom, Midnight Express. The 90s, Stone Cold, Taker, Mick Foley. I like Taz and Mike Awesome as well for the 2000s. But then again, I've started watching indies in 2000. So I never really cared much about TV wrestling. So I don't really have anything past that point.
So then give us your indie guys.
Well, there's a guy named. You got to give me time to think about that.
Okay, Marcus, I got a question for you. I've been having you watch some of these guys lately, and you've watched some pay-per-views. Is there anybody that's standing out to you right now, that male or female? Because I know you like some of the female wrestlers. Some interesting.
Well, I did have a turn of heart for some of these guys. While Dominic's a heat magnet,
yeah.
Logan Paul's a heat magnet. If you walk through the curtain and you get the boo, and that's just gold. Io Sky here recently is on fire. Well, Bob made a statement. I did like. All right, Warren, who's the guy from your area up there? Dan Severn.
Dan Severn.
Yep.
Because I've seen him at the EWF Arena. Cool man.
Yes.
Dude, so calm. Total badass.
Yeah. I met him a couple times. There's a bunch of them. I mean, if you go to the early EWF, I mean, of course, there's Bob Anarchy, Phoenix, Jackhammer, Grizzly, Hardcore Superstar.
What about that little asshole that used to run around that EWF? You know what? I didn't say that, but my nephew's one of my favorite guys going right now. Because Dakota's a heat mag. Cody Lee is a freaking heat mag. Like you said, with Dom and Logan Paul. He walks out that curtain, they hate his guts.
Yeah.
They love to hate him. They're at his merch table buying his merch and hate his guts.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
It is.
They
crazy.
love to hate that kid. And he's young. He's young. He's got a lot of years left in him.
So yeah, I can hit a lot of them. I mean, of course, then you go Basher, Joey Owens. You go over to Greenfield, the early days. Who am I seeing over there? Billy Rock, Hillbilly Jed, the Soul Shooters. In fact, that's another one. I seen Apollo Star twice. Do you know he's training the Dub guys right now?
Yeah, that's what you told me. Yeah.
So I got to see the Soul Shooters this weekend, but not together. So, but Apollo Star still got it. I mean, he's their champion at WTF, and he went head to head
How's
with
it going, TJ?
Hillbilly Jed, JD Maroney. Those guys still got it, and they've been at it a long time. So, I could go forever on the end.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just crazy. You know, we're just sitting here talking about some of these guys. You know, like I started thinking, I spaced on all the ECW guys.
Yeah.
And you think of how many awesome. I mean, I'm a gigantic Dudley mark. I am Dudley family. I mean, Dances with Dudley, Snot Dudley, Dudley, Big Dick Dudley. And everything about the Dudley family, Spike Dudley. And then, like how Marcus said, Mike Awesome throwing Spike into the next area code, surfing him back in. And then you had, Mike Awesome and was it Masaru Tanaka and their massive big guy fights. You had
before Mike Awesome when Bam Bam Bigelow threw him into the crowd like that.
Yeah, and then the Bam Bam Bigelow and Taz, through the ramp. I mean, you go as far as Al Snow and Head and the massive styrofoam heads, and then the Foley and Funk with the chairs, and the band blow, and then when they get in the ring, it was.
Hey. Guys, Tommy Dreamer and Raven, that feud.
I was just going to say, you forgot Dreamer and Raven.
One of the greatest feuds of all time.
And it's funny, Bob mentioned the fact that ECW, when I started watching EWF, was also the time ECW hit the TV. So that was really the only TV wrestler I was watching was ECW, because that was hardcore shit, and they didn't have that anywhere else. So
you just show up and there's freaking Joey Styles' face right in the thing, and he's like, "Hey, we just started talking."
Well, and then you had Almost Roadkill, Danny Dorian, like he said, Tracy Brothers, and the FBI guys, the Baldies,
full-blooded Italians.
Yep,
but the gangsters. I mean,
New Jack. I mean, I've met New Jack. Cool guy. You want to piss him off?
Do
I learned that later in life. I was respectful to him, but he was okay. But if I'd said anything derogatory, I probably wouldn't have been here at all. But
yeah, quite possible. All right, guys, let's move on to my next question. This one's a lot simpler, a little bit different, not necessarily wrestling related. Favorite TV show that you might be watching right now, and your go-to food, something that you're eating right now, something that, I mean, it could be what's your favorite of all time, or it could be something you're just eating right now. For me, for my TV shows, Monday Night Raw is my favorite. Chicago Fire, and the Chicago Med, Chicago Fire. Also, part of that's because my granddaughters got to be on quite a few of those shows. One of my all-time favorites is Arrow. I know it don't come on anymore, but I've got a 24/7 Arrow channel that I'm pretty much on probably about 50% of the time. So, and then my go-to food right now, I've probably ate out of the last 15 Sundays, I probably ate at 13 of the Sundays is Kung Pao chicken. So I've been eating a lot of Kung Pao chicken. So what about you, Chris?
TV show wise nowadays, I really don't watch many shows. If I'm watching TV, it's usually live sports. If I'm watching TV or sometimes or pro wrestling, most times if I'm watching it's live sports. But my favorite TV show of all time, and I've been watching it here quite a bit the last couple of weeks while I've been sick, is Sons of Anarchy. Love that show, and I actually watched the last 3 seasons of it the last 2 weeks while when I was been battling the pneumonia. So Sons of Anarchy would be my all-time favorite, and then also really like The Sopranos. Them be probably my 2 favorite TV show wise. Food I've been here lately, tacos. I've been tearing up a lot of tacos.
Okay.
And I found out jalapeno popcorn. That this jalapeno popcorn, microwave popcorn, that's killer. If you like jalapenos and popcorn, go check it out.
Yeah, I've been eating that too. Warren?
I mean, I'm cut from a different cloth. Obviously, I watch anime. I watch a lot of different kind of animes. Like My Hero.
Definitely not your weight.
Oh,
Sorry, Warren.
You're fine. No, like I watch like My Hero Academia. I watch like there's some stuff on Adult Swim, like it's called Clown Friends. Absolutely twisted mentally, just some crazy type stuff. I'll watch Your Family Guy, Your American Dad, Cleveland Show, a lot of stuff like that. AEW, Dynamite. I'll watch that. I'll watch my sports and. Also, an old one, but a goodie, especially when football season comes around. I watch all the time. It was called The League, and it was a hilarious show. And
that show's hilarious.
I watch it every year before football starts, from beginning to end, and I love it. And then my go-to food, really, honestly, is some chicken wings. The hotter, the better. I'm all about the. I will step up with anyone that wants to go hot sauces with me on those, and I'll go rounds with them and. Whatnot. Marcus got me a couple sauces not too long ago, and we still got those. I'm still putting those on the tacos and the chicken wings when I get them. But yeah, I love to push the limits of heat when it comes to that.
Marcus and Kelly will hook you up with the hot sauces.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta wait till we go to Pigeon Forge to get them.
That's a TV show I forgot about. That is I really love is The League. That show is awesome. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it's like 90% improv too. Like they don't go into like there was no script. They just had like a little topic and they just ran with it. And it was that show's real good.
Okay, Bob.
Oh, my favorite TV show, Indiana sports. Indiana sports. Indiana Pacers, Indiana Hoosiers, the Indianapolis Colts. I'm a big sports guy. I like the Chicago Cubs. We don't have a sport baseball team here, so
Reds fan,
Cubs fan it is. I cannot be a Reds fan if I wanted to be. I couldn't even if I wanted to be, and I don't want to be either. I got a lot of friends who are Reds fans. I've been a Cubs fan my whole life, and I don't watch a lot of TV. I scroll until I get too tired, and then I put the remote down and fall asleep, and my wife yells at me. It happens about every night. My favorite foods. I've started eating healthy. I eat a lot of single ingredient foods. Chicken breast, steak. I try not to. Single ingredient healthy foods. I try to eat healthy. I made a change this time last year that I wanted to be around. I have a 9-year-old. I want to be around for my grandkids. So I asked a homeboy of mine, Cheese, how do I fix that? And he said, man, it starts with what you put in your mouth. So healthy food. I eat healthy. And that's it. That's chicken wings, steak, all that crap.
What do you think of that catch the Omar Cooper made for IU Saturday?
Woo-hoo!
I was on my way out the door, and I was just getting ready to shut the TV off. And the wife and I had a kid-free night, and we were getting ready to go eat. And I said, I can't leave yet. I got to stay. This is Indiana football. It's not over until it's over, right?
Yep.
Dude, I about shit. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Great game.
Yep.
And for us to be 10-0, never in the history of Indiana football have we been 10-0.
No,
My grandpa's up there smiling down right now, being a big Hoosier fan. I didn't watch college football until this year. I'm like, damn, you see what the Hoosiers are doing? You kind of have to watch it, right? And then Pat McAfee is one of my favorite sportscasters. Yeah. I love Pat McAfee. He is an Indiana treasure. When Pat McAfee tells you to do something, you go do it because he's putting your boys on blast. Go watch them, check them out.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I should have mentioned that show because that is probably the one TV show that's not sport. That's not like a live sport event that I watch almost every day is the Pat McAfee show. But I've been watching him on YouTube since he first started his show before he was ever on ESPN and stuff. I've been watching him for about the last 6-7 years. Big Pat McAfee fan.
And what's
Oh,
gonna
hey, how can you not be?
what's gonna be cool tomorrow? He's gonna be live from Paris Island for Veterans Day. Him and the whole crew is gonna be live from Paris Island. So they got a lot of special guests. It's gonna be a real cool show. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. Marcus.
I don't have anything about football. Oh, that's all the question. Okay, Warren, you like something hot. I guess we need to take him to wherever that place was and give him one of them damn mushrooms and see what he feels like.
I don't eat mushrooms. I don't eat
Mushrooms with that hot.
Oh, man. I tell you what,
They're not chicken wings.
Hey,
old Cody's like always picks us a spot.
can't go wrong with a good chicken wing. I agree, Warren.
But Cody always picks a spot. We always meet up before commentating on the road somewhere. We picked this restaurant, and I don't even know what that town was. There wasn't hardly anything in that town but that restaurant. And Kelly got stuffed mushrooms. And I bit it, and she bit it once. She said, "This hot, I can't handle it." Well, her palate's a little different. I can handle a little heat, but she can't handle any. I bit into one, like, oh my God. So we slid her down to the Gonzo boys, and father son, I call you boys, but father son, and of course they're down there. Well, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, they didn't have no spice to them.
Because we spent the night over there because we had a show at FDW that we were all commentating. I called Tony Moore and said, "Dude, we cannot meet up for lunch today. My belly is still a killer." It's like, no, yeah, you ought to try those. But if you don't do mushrooms, forget it. What was the question?
That's the best thing about this show. It goes off the rails so much. I love it.
Yeah, I think Jay's on the show with now. He always know. Listen, okay.
I don't know what the question is. I wrote them down.
Favorite TV show and go-to food right now.
Okay. Well, I have currently run shows and shows from the past.
Okay.
Well, right now, we do Chicago Fire and PD. Me and Tony talk about that like we're old women watching our soap operas.
Yeah.
We like Law and Order SVU. I've been a fan of that since the first time I ever seen it. And I like Hell's Kitchen. And I guess me and Austin.
Yeah.
I'm a big Gordon Ramsay fan.
That's one of Austin's favorite shows.
Anybody's got 17 different programs on all at the same time. That guy's a genius. The only thing that pisses me off is if you don't record him, you've got to watch those fucking commercials he puts in everything. But yeah, my old time stuff. I love Columbo. I've seen them all 100,000 times. Remember Emergency? The fire truck, Emergency 51? Well, then Gunsmoke. Oh, shoot, I can watch Gunsmoke every day, and that thing was from the 60s. So my go-to food's about all what you guys have. I like steak, pizza, tacos.
I got a buddy that watches Gunsmoke almost every day.
Oh, I love it. But yeah, I love chicken wings, walking tacos, any Mexican type stuff. I mean, you guys know what I eat.
Yep.
Anything but hot mushrooms, I'm pretty good.
Okay, guys. Next question: favorite wrestling move to watch, or just see. Mine was Jake Snake Roberts DDT, and anybody's old school pile drive. The old school, not these funky ass pile drivers the guys do now. The old school ones. That's what I kind of like. Marcus, what about you?
Well, see, these aren't finishing maneuvers anymore.
Well,
I love the mandible claw. I love the mandible claw because there's nothing to it. Figure fours, but you never see anybody do a figure four anymore.
No.
Superplexes. In the old days, it was the second rope. I like a good top rope superplex, but they don't. That's not a finishing maneuver anymore.
No.
Yeah, Jake the Snake's DDT was good. I mean, hell, Hogan's leg drop. Goldberg's jackhammer. I mean, they were just simple moves that were pinning maneuvers, and now they're just.
I was on board with you till you mentioned Goldberg.
Yeah, I knew he was. I had to throw Goldberg in at least once.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not a Goldberg fan now, and you know that, but I was when I tell you when he had that streak.
Oh, everybody! If you didn't like Goldberg when he came out, you're lying. Everybody loved him.
Oh,
everybody did.
You
had to because he made the shit real.
He did, and then Andre, which was another fan favorite of mine from the 70s, 80s, 90s, well, early 90s. Yeah, but no, mine were just basic moves.
Okay.
Now they're not finishing maneuvers anymore, but
more. Warren?
I mean, I got a lot of different ones. I mean, I love a 5-star frog splash. I'm talking those ones that like RVD would get high up. Something when Seth Rollins in his prime would get that lift and would just glide in the air and then come down. I was a fan of it's now is a move that's sort of been overused, but Petey Williams Canadian Destroyer. When I first saw that back in the day when I went to TNA shows, I'm like, that's the bomb. And I'm also obviously Dudley Boy, 3D. I love the 3D, and then really also all the different variations of the cutter. I mean, but from the diamond cutter to the RKO to a lot of those different kinds of cutters you see. I've always just liked that because it really is. It's one of those out of nowhere type moves that can just happen.
Warren, do you know who invented the Canadian Destroyer?
Sir Reginald Humplepuff of the Ottawa Providence.
You're going to help me with his name, but you probably figure out who I'm talking about. It wasn't Petey Williams, but the guy that was president of TNA, and they released him here a year ago.
Scott D'Amore?
Scott D'Amore invented the Canadian Destroyer.
Tell him about the Tombstone Pile Driver while you're at it.
Oh, the Tombstone Pile Driver, believe it or not, Andre the Giant invented the Tombstone Pile Driver, which just still freaks me out.
Scott D'Amore is a low-key wrestling mastermind that you have to have. The dude is great with what he knows so much, and he's so well respected too. It's like you need to get him anywhere.
Yeah.
Warren brought up RVD, and I don't care for him for what he did a few years ago. Those showing, but the Van Daminator, was damn good, and he was another ECW guy. I was a fan of RVD up until he pulled the shit he did a few years ago. But
I grew up 20 minutes south of him. So.
That Van Daminator, then of course Shane McMahon. Oh, I could do that. No, you also got thrown off a steel cage and no an airbag too. Trying to think you get forward. But
hey,
when the airbag flies 6 foot in the air, it's like you give that away, didn't you?
Seth Rollins did the Van Daminator, except he decided he was going to do it head first. And now he's having surgery on his shoulder because there's no way you could do that without killing yourself going head first. But that's what he did. Chris, what about you? What about moves for you?
Mine would be the angle slam. Always like that. Randy Savage's elbow off the top. The camel clutch. And the Stone Cold Stunner.
Okay. Bob, what about you?
One of my favorite moves of all time is the monkey flip. It's classic. It's simple. You watch some stuff from the 40s and 50s. They throw the monkey flip around like it's freaking awesome. And I remember Drew and John, some fans used to come watch me wrestle all the time at the G.W.R. And they'd say, "Give me a monkey flip!" And I'd have to scream out a monkey flip and do a monkey flip. So I've decided that that's a move that I'm going to throw back in my arsenal. I did it in the tag match with Oh So Delicious. Cody Lee ended up hitting an Eddie Guerrero senton after I hit the monkey flip. And then what Cody Lee, FOE, and are going to call the family reckoning is the Road Warriors' old finisher, the Doomsday Device. We've hit that a couple times now, and it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's nasty. Cody doesn't hold anything back when he throws that clothesline, and of course, I'm just flipping them guys back. We've hit it a couple times now. Tag teams better be aware because that shit's coming.
One other one that's absolutely crazy. It just popped in my head that you don't because sort of a danger factor is the shooting star press.
I was just going to say that too. I like that one too.
I mean, Kidman could pull that off, but also didn't he also bite the top turnbuckle one time when he didn't rotate properly?
Yeah. Guys, my last.
Well, hang on, man.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you heard commentary, Bob, but I mentioned about you monkey flipping because the only other one that does it now is Max Sterling, and that's an old school move you just do not see. And when they did the surfboard on the other day, Sky or somebody, you don't see Mexican surfboards anymore.
No.
I don't know if you're allowed to call it that.
The art of wrestling is it's not being lost. But there's some stuff that's getting lost in the shadow, left in the shadows. The athleticism today, bar none, blows away the athleticism of any other generation. The shit that these guys, Osprey and Kenny Omega, and these guys are able to do these days. We got guys like that in Indiana. Zay Gates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm putting you out there, Zay. Zay Gates is a freaking madman. The kid can go, and he's just one of the kids that I've been in the ring with since I've been back.
When Warren mentioned the frog splash, that was actually the first person I thought of was Zay Gates.
Yep.
Zay gets so high. That kid is so athletic.
And I'll tell you, if you're outside, it's even higher because he doesn't have a ceiling. He almost looks up to see where he's at, even in those big gyms. But if he's outside, I think he went 6 stories before he come back down because he doesn't have a ceiling to hit. So,
okay, guys, I got one last question. I'm going to use this as an example, and you can't use this one. Hogan and Andre at WrestleMania is maybe one of the greatest matches or moments of all time. Name another match or moment that for you that you thought was really great. For me, Mick Foley, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, just crazy. And then another one that just always stood out to me, older match. I think it's from '83. Piper and Valentine dog collar match. It just I just love it. It just always stood out to me. Marcus.
Oh, good. I didn't want anybody stealing mine.
He stole mine already.
Well, I'll probably go steal the other one. We just watched it last week. Well, Austin and Brett from 13. Steamboat Savage from WrestleMania 3 was very good. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, Hogan and Andre, but see, I can't use that. Well, I was part of the riot. I mean, even local, Dick the Bruiser riot against Wojo. I mean, come on.
Yep.
They were holding us back. So, yeah, there's moments out there. Steamboat and Brian Pillman in a cage. You can't beat that. And then we're not talking the Brian Pillman of loose cannon Brian Pillman. We're talking Hollywood Blonde Brian Pillman. Because they had to do a coin flip because Austin was there, but Shane Douglas, of all people, was not. So they did a coin flip, and Pillman won it. So it was Steamboat and Pillman. And, of course, in every Steamboat match, you always want to be before him because if you was after him, you had to really bring your game up.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that. I'm going to set the bar. Yep. You want to be before Steamboat if you want to look good. So,
okay, Bob, what about for you?
The Hardys, Edge, Christian, and the Dudleys. Wow. And possibly the greatest. It wasn't a whole match. The match wasn't great, but it was a good match. When Shawn Michaels looked at Ric Flair and said, "I love you," right before he super kicked him.
Yep. Everybody keeps taking my matches.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
I got goosebumps talking about that because that was emotion, man.
Yep.
I think with the just going back to the athleticism in wrestling, I think with some of the athleticism, you lose some of that raw emotion. When Shawn Michaels told Ric Flair, "I'm sorry, I love you," and then kicked the fuck out of him, big shit right there, man. That's you can't match that kind of raw emotion.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things that, and I'm not trying to piss Warren off. That's one of my critical things about AEW is that they go so fast. Sometimes they miss that. Now, when they get it, I mean, one of the matches, and this was early on, but was Dustin Rhodes and Cody. That was fantastic. The motion was fantastic. One of the best matches ever. And then another one was Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page. That story that they told was just outstanding. But they don't do it enough for me. But I still watch Dynamite every week.
I think
I'm
it gets
hanging in
lost.
there.
It gets lost. It
I'm
gets
hanging
lost
in
in
there.
the athleticism.
I'm almost to the point though. I really get bored with Dynamite, but I do watch all the pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views usually deliver pretty well for me. But sometimes I just don't care about the characters, the wrestlers, most of them that much. And right now they got a lot of people hurt, so it's even kind of worse. But I mean, hey, they need to be here because we need as many wrestling promotions we can have. So it makes the product better all the way around, and also people have places to work. So I'm definitely an AEW supporter. Chris, what about for you? Did everybody take yours?
Most of what I was going to say got took because I would have definitely said the Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, but the other one is other one I was going to say too is Ric Flair and Undertaker at Mania.
Yeah.
When they had theirs, of course, you already said it with Mick Foley and Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. I had another one. Now I'm spacing it. Give me a second. Oh, and my other one would have been Bret Hart and Stone Cold at Mania because them were two of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. Okay, Warren, what about you?
I made it through all of them, and you guys didn't touch any of mine. Awesome. Probably one of my top ones, and I still love it all those times because it was just so great. It was so perfectly done. Was WrestleMania, the heist with Seth Rollins coming down in and stealing that match right out from under Roman and Brock, and it was something that just no one, it just came out of nowhere. Like, whoa, we're doing this? Wait, we're doing this?
Yeah.
And and I think it really helped propel Seth into that stratosphere where he is now. Another one that is personally for me because I was there and saw it was Shawn Michaels' last match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That was, I got to see that final singles match of him, and then I was fortunate enough to be at Raw the next night when he came out to say his goodbyes. At least, he had a couple tag matches with Trips, but sort of that was it, and that was sort of cool to see all that. And then basically, pretty much anytime I see a TNA Ultimate X match, but in particular, one of the first ones when AJ Styles got turned inside out when he was hanging from the cables. And, if you've never, Bob talked about that athleticism. And I mean, really, if you really want to see some really good athleticism, go watch those early TNA X Division matches, because even then, it went from that to Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Those are some bangers. Those are some absolute bangers. You talk about just wrestling. And, the story, the stories weren't as strong, but it was just this was guys that just put it all out there because they love doing what they do, and it was a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, those are some of the stuff that always sticks in my head.
Okay, guys. Appreciate everybody being on. Bob, definitely appreciate you being on with us today. I also appreciate the fact that you're the first ever G.W.R. promo battle champion, and hopefully we'll have some challenges for you soon. Hope somebody let's step up to the plate, please.
Well,
I appreciate all you guys having on, even Warren. No jokes. All jokes aside, appreciate it, guys. You guys have been a wonderful to have me on here, inviting me to be a part of your little promo battle. And hey, independent pro wrestlers, don't let Bob beat you, for real. There's a lot of good people on the stick out there. So pick it up, get your promo, send them to Chris Gonzo'S, and let's get it on. Hey, you can check out me, Christopher Bob Steele, on Facebook. And November 22nd, I'm going to be at AACW and I'm going to be beating the hell out of big behemoth Brody Botkins and coming back home with my EEC title. So fans, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. Gonzo. Tony, Chris,
I think
what's up?
I
What's
just want
up?
to say thank you for taking time out of your day from taking the tapioca pudding from all the ladies at the Shady Acres retirement home and spending it with us tonight. I appreciate that, sir.
oh, shit.
Hey, your grandma paid extra for a lap dance, though.
Hey, that was my birthday money.
Hey, I love you guys. Y'all be safe. I'm out of here. Peace.
Thanks for getting on. Guys, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I thought it was a real good one tonight. I enjoyed it. Hopefully everybody else out there did too. You guys got anything before we get out of here?
You want me to go over shows?
Yeah, real quick.
Right. You told me to write them down. You better take
I did. I forgot. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, in no particular order, but they are all this weekend. So Saturday, November 15th, it's called GBA. I guess that's what it's called.
Yep.
It's a new promotion that's going to be in Muncie at the Boys and Girls Club. Doors open at 6, bell at 7, 12 general admission, and they do VIP tickets. This is a brand new promotion. So
if you're coming to Muncie and you haven't been here, Boys Club is basically on the corner of South Madison and East Memorial.
Yes.
If you get to South Madison and East Memorial, you won't be able to miss the Boys Club. It's right in front of Heakin Park.
Yep.
Have we been there?
No. You've been just right down the road. It's like a 2-minute drive from the park that has the Juneteenth.
Okay.
It's just right down the road from it.
All right. Saturday, November 15th, it's called Midwest Wrestling Combat Resurgence. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It has Eric Surge on it. $25 at the door. Doors open at 6, bell time at 7. It's at the Fort Wayne Armory. What's this one? Battle on the Border. Saturday, November 15th, Moores Hill Fire Department in Moores Hill, Indiana. Steve Butler will be there. I will have results from that show. All right. We're not done yet. Tony told me to get all these. So you got Warrior Pro 50 at Danville, Indiana on Sunday, bell at 2, doors at 3. Doors at 2, bell at 3. Let's go that route. And everybody knows where it's at. It's at the fairgrounds there in Danville. Summit Pro's running a show in Seymour, Indiana on Friday at the Knights of Columbus.
Who is?
Summit Pro. It's Mortimer Blankenship's under the Summit Pro banner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
In Seymour. He runs it once a month.
All right.
And then you got Joey's running a show in Hartford City at the Blackford County Fairgrounds, Hartford City, on Saturday. Doors at 6, bell at 7, normal WCWO prices. So, and I think that's it. Lots of pro wrestling.
Tons.
Tons of pro wrestling.
Yeah, go check out them shows. Should be some good ones. And again, we appreciate everybody watching and hope everybody has a good rest of the week and have a great weekend and try to stay warm.
Supposed to be back up to 70 next weekend.
Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we will see you guys next Monday night.
The Lions!
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass.